Throw your hands in the air if you're real as me. Ooh.
Welcome back to the MBH Podcast. Money Buys Happiness. Miami Buys Happiness. Season 6. Before we get into it, thank you to all our subscribers. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep doing the fucking duties. The merch is out. Do your thing. We fucking love you guys. Before I go too crazy, we got a guest in the room.
My brother.
Man, we've been trying to get this guy on. Fucking busy guy.
He's all over the place.
He's all over the map.
I said it yesterday on my story. This guy does not lose.
Yo.
This guy does not lose.
And you know what? I think it's just meant to be that we got him on in Miami. Mr. Diogo Snow. What's up, brother? How are you, bro?
What's up, guys?
Let's
Finally,
go,
man.
Look at this guy right now. Look at this guy.
Better place,
You look like Mr. Miami right now, bro. Yo, I'm pumped to have you, bro. I know you've been killing it. I mean, we linked up maybe like 3-4 years ago now, and bro, I've been watching you, and I'm just like, damn, like this guy does not stop, bro. I'm like,
It's motivation, dude.
I feel bad for anyone trying to compete with this guy straight up because like you're not gonna.
Now just pushing people with me, man.
Yeah, well,
Whatever
that's
can
the
do,
way,
man.
that's the
I just
way.
want them to
That's the way,
ride
right?
with
Well,
me, man.
You're pretty much a world-renowned artist at this point. People know you all over the world. You've done work all over the world. So if anyone doesn't know who you are, give them a little background on who you are, and then we could get into it.
Yeah, man. Phew, it's a long background.
Yeah, you don't have to go too. You don't have to go too in.
No,
but
yeah, Brazilian boy, born in Brazil, doing graffiti, playing drums, and then decide to leave my country. Moved to Canada, start working construction, doing different things. And, got back into the music as a drummer, trying to win, try to make things happen, It didn't work.
Yeah.
But it was, some good times and shit. But became a singer, trying so hard to make it because me as a drummer, I was putting a lot of energy, for people that sometimes you don't know if it's gonna work or not, right? So I got on a point, I'm putting all this energy to people, and they don't have the same focus as you. Sometimes they nothing wrong with that, but I had a different focus, right? I'm like, man, I have to win, right? I'm an artist, so became a singer. It was not my passion, it was not me, but of course, because. As I said, I was putting a lot of energy to people that I'm like, what? Am I just gonna be the singer?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, man, you have a lot of connections. You have the look.
Yeah.
You like to sing. Why don't you become a singer?
Yeah.
So when you put that energy, it's gonna be for you.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen one day, if it doesn't work, whatever you did for you, right?
Yeah.
And I did, it was like some good 7 years,
Nice.
traveling the world on tour, did a lot of featurings with a lot of, good artists in Brazil, Dominican, Portugal, millions of views on YouTube. And then I, got signed by a wrong record label. They, got me stressed out a little bit. Me, I don't like to be stressed out. I like to be on my own vibe, always smiling, always good with everybody. So I decided to quit the company and got back into the art, right? Doing graffiti on the streets. I'm like, I'm just gonna do some art or whatever just to relax and enjoy my moment.
Of course.
And then, I don't know, man, the art just blow up and I'm like,
So when what year was this when you got back into the graffiti?
Wow, I started doing graffiti in Brazil when I was 14, and then the music transition, everything. I got back now we're in 2022. Time is flying because of this pandemic. Yeah, it's been 5 years now.
Wow,
It's crazy.
5 years that I got
So
back.
when you got back to it, what were you doing? You were just doing graffiti
I was not doing graffiti. Actually, I used to do graffiti.
Okay.
And then for me, it was different because, I'm like, where I'm going to do graffiti here in Canada? I didn't know anything. Art was not in my head at all.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went to the art store and I bought canvas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I start painting on a canvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, let me try to, instead of do graffiti, let me try to do my graffiti on a smaller place on
yeah.
a canvas.
Of course.
But just to relax,
Yeah.
right? I put my music on and start painting just for fun, right?
Yeah.
Just to, it was my therapy.
Damn.
And then I was there relaxing, posting my Instagram, and then people started reaching out.
Well, I mean, you already had the network from the music and everything too, so then they saw you,
That
right?
helped me a lot.
That helped you a lot, right?
Yes.
Well, we were saying off mic, like the art has been so organic, right? And the music, you were running around trying to push it.
Yes.
And this kind of came organically. So what moment was it? Like when, like, was there one specific moment where you're like, you're doing this art sort of for yourself as a passion, and then was there one moment where you're like, okay, now this is a fucking business? You know what I mean? Like, let me go.
Yes, I'll tell you, man. That's the story that from the beginning. I was painting, and then as I said, just to relax, just like therapy. And then because I was super stressed out, and then painting, people start approaching me. Oh, how much you want for this? I love it. I didn't know you're a drummer. You're a singer. You paint. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's my hobby, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, how much you want for it? I'm like, I don't know, just pay the material and take it, right? I don't care.
Yeah.
And then one time, this big celebrity in Brazil, which I have a song with him.
Okay.
He was watching my stories. He was lying down on the couch, watching my stories, watching Instagram.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, D, I saw this art piece that you just created. He's like, can you ship it to Brazil? He's like, I love it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, if this guy wants my piece, right? I'm like, it might be a business right here, right?
Yeah.
It might be something.
Of course.
So, and then he was actually the one that told me, he's like, why don't you get, who's the, for you to marketing yourself. He's like, who's the biggest artist? You as a Brazilian Canadian, who's the biggest artist or celebrity in Brazil, and who's the biggest one in Canada? So, biggest one in Canada, I would say Justin Bieber, of course, but Drake is the one that kind of like raps the city more, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, it might have easy access because my friends at the time, they're playing for Raptors.
Nice.
And I'm like, maybe through my boys, Lucas and Bruno, they were playing for Raptors. I can, get a connection to give him a gift, a art piece, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, through Neymar, I know all Neymar's boys, right? Wow. They my boys, so maybe I can approach them. And he gave me this idea, right?
Yeah.
He's like, just give 2 pieces to the biggest celebrity in Brazil and Canada, see if we can make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So start brainstorming. I did 1 piece for Neymar. I did 1 piece for Drake, and he got delivered.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That's like 2 of the biggest, like two very big celebrities in the world. That's
Oh,
crazy.
man, like 2 of the biggest.
So okay,
ever.
so you made them each a piece.
Yes.
Okay.
And then from there, Neymar sent me a picture. I went to New York to see him playing. I brought the piece with me. And then from there, people start kind of like, what? And the good thing is that Neymar, he has like his favorite room at his house in Paris, which is the gaming room.
Okay.
Right? He has his computer, his nice chair.
Yeah.
Bro, he put my art piece right behind him on top.
Oh, come on, bro.
So I'm like, wow, it's
man.
funny because all the time he's doing like stories,
Yeah,
posts,
he's
whatever.
streaming
My
and
piece
stuff,
is
yeah.
behind him.
That's crazy.
And I always people like, oh, yo, look, Neymar did these stories with your, and it's funny. I don't know. Not that I don't believe, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, that's
I don't know,
crazy.
it's-
That's life-changing in one moment.
Life-changing for sure. And then from there, people are like, wow, you did a piece for Drake, you did a piece for Neymar. And then from there, it started like moving, different like collectors.
Yeah.
They start watching me and they're like, wow, I need a piece from this kid because he's going to blow up soon, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much when do you start to make it a full business and say, okay, you know what, now I'm gonna sell to everyone? Because I feel like even as a starting artist, which a lot of people are starting to do art now, right? And you see
Yes.
it. Toronto's crazy right now, right?
right now, yeah.
And they might not have the opportunity to give a piece to Neymar or give a piece to Drake. And the way people are sometimes is like, I gotta see it to believe it. Like
sure.
if you give a piece to Neymar, now I believe in your art a little bit more,
For
which
sure.
sucks. That's just the way it is,
yes.
right?
No, it is the way it is.
So
right?
how did you kind of keep that going? Was it just like, okay, you posted now with Neymar, you posted now with Drake, and now more, because you're around celebrities a lot. So was that a trickle effect, like a domino effect?
For sure. Well, it's not just that. As you said, there's a lot of artists coming, in the city, but it's the thing when I told you that I became a singer, right? Is it my passion? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It was my escape to make into the music, right?
Yeah.
And a bunch of those, the artists that, some of them, it might make it. Some of them is just like enjoying the moment. Just doing, there's, this guy doing this, and am I going to do? It might be easy. I'm making.
That's the
They
thing
might be making
yeah.
right now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not their passion, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
True.
they're just doing for the money, right?
Of course.
that's what I believe, that, you know, money's not everything.
Yeah.
Money's good, but when you're doing what you love.
Yeah, and I think we
right?
see a lot of that now. I think a lot of people look at you and they're like, well, look at him doing it.
Yes.
I can probably do the same and make the money, but it's not,
Yes.
like you said, it's not.
And it's funny because sometimes, you know, some people ask me, you pull up whatever, you know, in a restaurant or this, or if you know, have a nice car or this, they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm an artist. Like you paint? Like, yeah. But you that's your full job, your full-time job?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, you know, because I don't know, some people, you know, as a musician, you know, thank God, my parents, they're always supporting me with everything. But in Brazil, I don't know here, right, in North America, whatever, but in Brazil, it's like this. Oh, what do you do? I'm a musician. Okay, so what do you do for a living? What's your
Like,
job?
how do you make money?
Like, what the hell? Like, I'm a musician. I'm making money doing music, right?
Yeah.
So not that, it's a little bit of discrimination,
Of course,
right?
of
That they
course.
do their own thing.
That you
Now
can make
it
money
might
doing it,
change
of
because,
course.
you know, the whole internet thing,
Yeah.
it's been changing a lot. It changed it a lot. But before, it was like this, right?
And you were marketing yourself right from the beginning, even when you weren't trying to sell. You were already posting it and stuff. I think that was important too, that you were
Sure.
doing that.
The marketing's everything.
You had the confidence to go out there and say, you know what, I don't
Yes.
care what people think. I'm going to put this out there. But I think there's a couple guys like yourself that really inspired, I would say, a lot of people in Toronto to start. Like I look at you, I look at Peter Triantos, I look at Ricciardi.
Yeah.
These are people that are kind of paving the way in a new industry. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
It's new school art, right?
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because you don't just do canvases. You started doing a lot more than that, right?
Yeah.
You started doing some statues. You started doing some shoes.
Yo, the statue is sick, bro.
Right. So how did that come about? And like, what kind of inspires you when you're doing those pieces?
You know what's funny? Back in the days, I don't know why, but I was addicted to the smell of the spray paint.
Yeah.
And all the time that, you know, that I had a spray paint in front of me in Brazil, I just wanted to paint.
Yeah.
So I had a bicycle, you know, like the BMX bicycle.
yeah.
I painted that bicycle like more than 20 times. And I remember my mom, she had a statue, it was an angel with the wings.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My mom was like, when are you going to stop painting the statue? Every week you change the color. And I was just like spray painting and throwing paint and doing stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, not even thinking about becoming an artist.
Of course.
But it was just me, right? But I was on a bad thing too, because I was doing a lot of tags on the street in Brazil, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So I grew
Well, you
up
gotta
like,
practice though.
Yes, of course, you know, in the legal way, but we have to practice, right?
Of course.
But, you know, yeah, I was tagging, you know, trains and walls, and then we had like little gangs in Brazil, you know, who's gonna be the most famous, you know, guy doing the tags on top of buildings. So we did a lot of crazy things. But one time I realized that it was not cool, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think it all came from there, man. I was addicted to the spray paints and painting everything. And that's what people say now. Said, D, you turn everything into art.
Yeah, which is amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's crazy.
You can give me everything. And I was just like, wow, I'll paint that.
And I think the last few years too, like from what I've seen, now you're working with people like Raptors, right? You're getting into the NFT world as well. So talk about the last few years maybe, because I feel like there's been so much growth for you there.
Yes.
And what's changed for you, let's say in a business sense and in your art as well.
Yeah, you know, as I said, I'm turning everything into art, and that's what I'm actually doing too. You know, with Stas, my good friend from Raptors. You know, because he has a different vision, you know, than the other people too. Because sometimes people they just want, oh no, a rep car, car.
Yeah.
And he has a different vision. He has like me, you know.
Yeah.
He's always like down to do different things.
How big can we
right?
take this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know. So when I did the Lamborghini, you guys remember the
course.
Lamborghini?
Crazy, bro.
Bro, let's go to Miami. Let's wrap this Lambo and hang it on a crane. Do this. Yeah, I'm down. Let's
like
do
you
it.
guys were the first people to ever do that for sure.
Yes. And then, you know, we went back to Toronto. I'm like, bro, you want to wrap a piano for me? There's this expensive piano. I'm like, I want to take it with me too and do crazy things, right?
Yeah.
Because I know he likes that. He likes to be different, right? So, you know, he brought his crew, wrapped the whole piano, spray paint the piano, super expensive piano, right? So I'm just doing crazy things, man. I don't want to just, you know, get on that board, like seeing that you have, you know, an artist, you know, just paint on a canvas. I'm like, no.
But you're setting the tone. Like I said, you're setting an example that it could be more than that, right? And I think that you're working with like-minded people too, right? You said you have to kind of
have to be on the same, you know, levels.
Open-minded, you know.
Open mind, for sure.
So, like, do you have a team under you? Do you work with anyone under you? Do you have partners? And how do you go about that? How do you kind of manage that? Or how do you pick who you work with?
Yeah, pretty much like about my art, it's just me, right? But I do have my team on the side, the New World, which is my NFT app.
Okay.
I'm releasing an app soon. It's just augmented reality, NFTs. And I do have, my whole team on the New World side that now, we're building the whole structure, they help me a lot with this too, right? But of course, now I have to watch my moves. You cannot just go and people, just come here and paint this or paint that.
Because I'm sure people message you all the time. Oh, hey, let's let's collaborate on this. Let's do this. So how do you pick and choose? Like,
I'm always looking up to people that kind of like supported me from the
start,
too, right?
Loyalty,
because, we always kind of hustling and make the moves, and then of course, from where I was before and where I am right now, I want to look at and say, wow, who were the ones that was helping me, was beside me, it was doing the right moves with me, it was supporting me with every way. And of course, it might be some new people that they don't know about me, but now they know about me and they're down to do it. But there's some people that they just want to catch the wave, right?
They see you do something big, and then
exactly right. So I'm like my mom. I go by the energy. If I feel the energy, if they show me that, bro, I get right
you can
away.
tell. You can tell right away.
Right
that's from experience.
Man,
that's from experience, right?
Bro, I start playing on a nightlife in Brazil when I was 13.
Wow.
That's
playing
crazy.
drums.
That's crazy.
My mom, she had to go to the court to sign a paper, document saying that she allows me to go out and play at the nightlife.
Come on.
As a drummer.
Yeah.
So, bro, I've been through so much, bro. Like playing in a bar and shooting happening, and we stopping the music going down.
At 13, that's crazy.
Yes,
bro.
and then managers try to take advantage of you, and all this, right? And listen, and I'm still learning.
Yeah,
I still go through some bad, moves that I'm like, okay, but then I feel that and I stop right away. I say, no, I gotta.
I'm curious about, because you mentioned energy, right? And we were kind of talking about this actually outside with Miami. For us, man, there's something about Miami, bro, that when you walk out of the fucking airport and that air hits you, you take a breath and something's different.
Everyone's happier here.
So what are your thoughts? Like, because I see you coming back and forth, Toronto to Miami all the time, right?
Yeah.
So talk about why Miami? Why Miami for you?
It's funny because people, they always say, oh, you're going to end up living Miami for good, blah, blah, blah. But no, I love Toronto. I love the winter too, right? But if I can skip, I would say 2 months of winter, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
But my plan is, is to, imagine, Brazilian.
Yes.
I'm from, a hot country. I love that. Sometimes I go to Brazil too, just to get the energy. I don't know. I think it's just, as you said, the air that you breathe is different.
Yeah.
And we need that energy, right, to keep going, man. It's not that I don't like Canada. So I love Canada. I never, move away from Canada for good. At least, something really, really good happens. And listen, now we have to be here full time, whatever.
Yeah.
But I love to be there in the winter, but I just feel that I need that energy, right? The same as I was not just gonna say Miami.
Yeah.
It's because lately a lot of things are happening in Miami for my career.
Yeah.
But I'm planning to go to Brazil now. Already got my flights. I'm going to Brazil on April 17th, right? So again, I'm planning a lot of things there. I want to go, and bring some, some good energy to my people too, because they're so proud of me, right?
Of course,
right?
Do you feel that art is more appreciated in Miami?
I think so, man. Here they breathe art everywhere you go. It's about art, right? And I think Canada is. I think we're always behind with everything, right? Music, Drake is changing the scene. Thank God, me as a musician as well. I pretty much I couldn't see everything, all the moves, right? From from the Canadian artists try to make it, and they always have to leave Canada, go to US to make it, right?
Yeah.
And the art's the same thing. We are behind a little bit, but people are start understanding more about art too, right? And kind of appreciating more.
Yeah.
Well, they got a whole city, a whole area, right? Like Wynwood Design District. You got fucking walls of that shit.
Yes.
I feel you. I think
what's funny, because on the way here, me and Stas, we were driving down, and they were talking about, we're driving on Wynwood, and they was asking, what's this area? I'm like, that's one of the famous areas in everybody that comes to mind. They want to go and see Wynwood because it gives a different energy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I had this guy in Toronto, he approached me, whatever, because he wanted to do a mural. And he was like, I want to create a Wynwood area in Toronto.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just think that we have Queen Street West,
Of
right? When you
course.
go in the alley, whatever,
Graffiti
it's all
alley,
graffiti
yeah.
alley. But it's still not the
Not
same,
even
right?
close, yeah.
You go inside a restaurant, you go inside, it's murals,
Yeah,
art,
yeah.
everywhere, corner here, like pretty much it's all over. You have
Yeah.
art all over, right?
Yeah.
But the guy told me, he's like, he had the money to, but he's like, but I just don't think they ready for it yet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
We good.
I want to talk about the NFTs too, and if you can talk about the app a little bit, New World Inc.
Yes.
And talk a little bit about that and what you guys are planning to do with that.
Yeah, so pretty much, yes, I'm the co-founder of New World. It's my new app. As I said, it's augmented reality NFTs that we're releasing. So I start signing a lot of celebrities, right? Because I want to create, something good for the fans, with more value too, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we do have some, big artists that we signed too. We supposed to create something for Daniel Mazone.
Beautiful.
We have Max Jamali too, that he's one of
Yes.
the artists signed with us. And then I start signing some. I signed Khalil with
Yes.
Justin Bieber's friend. He's a good rapper. He signed to the company. I signed Giampiero. He's designed Drew House.
Yep.
Yep.
So pretty much Giampiero designs Drew House, and I designed Bieber Industries, right?
Wow.
So we're like the two, art creators in the family. And, I start signing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, I just want to
Build a community. Yeah.
everything, singers, athletes,
Yeah, yeah.
and actually real artists like
Of
me
course.
too that paint. And
Yeah.
I want them to be able to release it because I'm still learning NFT,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a
I think
crazy
everyone
world,
is. Everyone is.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a nice gig that we're going through
Okay.
right now. But yeah,
But I with that. I like that you guys jumped in even while you're still learning, right? Because
For
you're
sure.
trying to pioneer it, right? You guys are trying to be the
Yes.
early adopters to it. And
Yes.
that's tough, man. Like that's tough to do in an industry where even the people at the top are still trying to figure out the best way
sure.
to use the technology and make it run. So but with that being said, I want to talk about I have to Ronaldinho, bro.
yes,
Like, man.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
Like,
Talk to us
come
about-
on, bro. Like,
You
that
know,
is insane.
yeah, man.
I just saw you post a picture of Ronaldinho. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's fucking Ronaldinho,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Literally,
Yeah, it's
like-
still like.
And that hits home for you too, because Brazil, obviously, right?
100%,
Like you probably
yeah.
grew up watching him and shit.
So how did that come
He's a
together?
legend, right? All over, man. Everywhere he goes, like he's still a legend.
Of
People
course.
love him so much, right?
course.
But yeah, we do have a big team right now. We have like a lot of professionals, developers.
Yeah.
The whole company's running right now. We have a lot of big people behind. But. Yes, I did a piece for Ronaldinho in Miami.
Okay.
And then, I went to deliver the piece for him. Like, oh my God, I'm going to Brazil. Why didn't you tell me before you have this piece for me? Because I want to take to my house in Brazil. But he has a house here too, right? So, we start brainstorming, talking about, NFTs and stuff. And I knew that a lot of a company was like approaching him too, right?
Of course.
So, because I know Rodrigo, which is his manager, Roberto, his brother, that managed his career too. We kind of start like, going back and forth and brainstorm, with my team, with me, bringing, some ideas to the team. And then, yeah, man, we got on a point there. They're just like, yeah, I love what you guys doing, because he had some NFTs company approach him before.
Okay.
But it was just the regular NFT, right? The plain one, right?
Yeah,
You see in
of
your
course,
phone,
of course.
But when we showed them the AR, then we showed pretty much we designed his face like in gold in 3D. It was his head. Like he's spinning in the air, and we show them. He's like, "Ooh, what is this?" Like we love it. We never seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
He's like, so they got super like excited about the project, and then it took me like 3 months to sign him, man.
For sure, bro.
And then I flew back to Miami with with my team, and then we signed him, and they were like, "Wow, man,
That's
I can't believe
insane.
we made this happen."
Dude, do you ever get like you've been around a lot of celebrities at this point? Are you ever like shocked? Are you ever there like, fuck, I'm right beside Ronaldinho right now? Or are you used to it now?
I'm more used to it
Yeah.
now. As I've been through so much in my life that now I just see them like as a regular dude, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes I don't even, as I told you guys before, I don't even like knowledge or know what's happening to my
it's not
life.
even clicking in.
People like, bro, do you have an idea that you signed, bro? Do you have an idea that Neymar is having your piece? I'm like, yeah, but
But I gotta keep
that's
going.
What I'm saying. Everything is going organic, right? When I was a singer, I was pushing. I was so hungry to make it, and I was even like getting stressed out. I'm like, man, like why they're making what they're doing this, and I can, and I was trying to make it so hard. I was making, but kind of like in a different way, right? But now with the art, it's going organic, so I'm just enjoying the moment, enjoying the journey. And man.
Okay, so for any, let's say, young artists out there that are just starting, it's obviously a different time now. There's a lot more, let's say, competition, right? Like a lot of people won't go into it having the same connections you did, right? So what advice would you give them to try and get out there and make new connections? Maybe they're not going to have Ronaldinho, but maybe they can start somewhere.
Listen, that's what I tell my people, right? Like, if you're a real artist, if that's what you love, you go for it, you do it. You don't need to have celebrities in your life. You show your passion, because now the social media is so easy for you to show to the world. We don't need TVs anymore. We don't need to, we have the best tools in our hands, right? You just need to know how to work with it, right? And then don't look it up. It's funny. I was talking to Dr. Gisma, which is my dentist here in Miami, and we were brainstorming, talking about a lot of stuff, and I was telling him that, social media, we have two ways. The social media you can take, on a good way, take as a motivation for you, and to grow, or you just gonna look at the social media in a way that you see a lot of people post a lot of good things, like you guys doing podcasts and living in Miami now, or some rich guys posting the cars and this, and you're gonna look and say, why I don't have all this? Why I cannot do this? Why I cannot travel the world? And they start getting depressed, and they're but no.
It's perspective, really.
Yes, you have to look in a good way, and you have to work for it, right? So, and that's what I tell everybody. If it's your passion, you just go for it. If of course, you see me as an artist winning. Oh yeah, I want to be an artist too. Oh, it's this. I want to. Bro, it's not gonna work. As I said, I tell everybody, if it was making money playing drums or doing art, I'll be happy.
Yes.
Right?
Those are your passions.
Exactly. But now I was singing, I was doing it, I was, I got an point I was making, but it wasn't my passion. I wasn't happy.
You weren't happy.
I enjoy because it's music, it's it's in my blood. But it was not my thing. If you ask me, D, okay, you're a big singer. You're like, okay, let's sit down here, let's write a song. I'm breaking my head. I was like, fuck, how I'm gonna do this now? I had to go home, sit down for like 2-3 days, and then that's what I did. I put a team with me to help me write the songs. Even though like English is not my first language, I'm foreign, right? I still my accent.
It's amazing. I love it, bro.
And it was hard for me to make it, so I had to have a team to to work with.
And you don't feel that way with art, really. You're just doing it like there's never a point where you're like, oh, I gotta think too hard about.
You just show me. Say here, I want to paint. I'll go freestyle because it's me. It's my passion.
I mean, you can tell, like, it's funny you said, like, oh, people think they see you making money now that they can just do it too. Like, bro, I've literally heard people say that.
Yeah, literally.
Like, oh, bro,
they say that.
Bro, we'll just throw some paint at and we'll sell it and this and that, and we'll make all this money. And it's like, there's a difference though when you have a guy like you and you see the passion, and if you got to come in and sell a piece, you're coming in with passion, bro. Your energy is there. You can't just fucking put paint on a canvas and be like, I'm an artist now.
Exactly.
People are gonna buy it for, obviously, if the art they like the way it looks, but also who's behind it.
100%.
Right?
Sure.
And
1000%.
And have you had that? Like, have you had people come and be like, yo, like, I fuck with this art, but like I even fuck with it more because of you?
Yes. It's funny you're telling me that, because I went to this Avant Gallery. It's one of the biggest gallery here too, right? Okay. And I remember 3-4 months that I was here, I was walking by Aventura Mall, and I see the guys like, wow, man, it would be nice to feature this gallery one day. Yeah. But I understand too, right? I'm down to earth. Yeah. Right? I understand the moment. I understand, my career. I understand that, everything has time, right? Yeah. So I'm like, one day I would love to feature this gallery, but it's all big artists there. Yeah. Right? It's all expensive art. Bro, this lady, that works at the gallery, she approached me 2 days ago. She's like, I see that you're in Miami. And I'm like, I would love you to come here for a meeting because I want you to feature the gallery.
You attracted that, bro. You attracted that right to you, bro.
You know, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It's a good feeling that you have like, wow, man.
Do you believe everything happens for a reason?
I do, man.
Yeah?
I do.
I mean, looking at your life and you're like,
Yes.
damn, like every little thing.
You know why too? Because I been through so much in my life, but when I became a singer, I got signed by this record label, you know, because I got on a point in my career that I got stuck with my singer career, right, with my music. That I'm like, I was putting all my money. I was working construction, putting all my money.
Wow.
I remember at the time I had money to buy a house.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, oh, buy this house in front of mine. I'm like, no. He's like, why not? I said, I'm only spending my money.
Yeah.
I want to travel. I want to meet people.
Yeah.
I want to go out. I want to be able to build my network.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
Right? And bro, pretty much, you know, from there, my network started opening
And that was your brother telling you, you're
my
saying.
brother, yeah. And today, like, you know, he owns a big scent company. He does a luxury scent for hotels,
Beautiful.
homes and stuff. And he was always afraid, you know, of
course,
investing stuff. But now he's making Elegancia Roma is making because of me. He's
because
like,
he saw you take a risk. Yeah, yeah.
You took the risk, and now, you know, thank God for you that I'm making. I'm able to. I left the construction because, you know, you told me how to do it, and you took my fear away.
We talk about that all the time, and it's just like even the closest people sometimes too, you don't know your vision exactly.
Yes.
So it's hard, like especially when you're younger, because it's like your sister's telling you something or your mom's telling you something, and you're like, well, they want what's best for me. They for sure know what's best, but it's so hard for someone else to see your vision, even someone in your family, right?
A lot.
And what does your family think now about everything you've done?
They love it, man. They're so proud of me. You know, as I said at the beginning, like they always supported me.
Yeah.
Right. And my mom and my dad, they never told me like, no, don't do this.
Yeah.
No, your music. As I said, I had a lot of people saying, oh, music is not a job, right?
Yeah.
A musician is not a job, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And my parents, they never told me this.
Wow. Yeah.
And, you know, when my brother came to Canada, he was like, what are you going to do? Like, you finish school now, you have to go to university. So what are you doing? I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. My mom, the same thing. My mom was like, what do you want to? You want to go to university? You know, you want to go to Canada with your brother? What do you want to do? I'm like, no, I don't want to do university. My mom, you know, you're born to be like an actor or
superstar.
a famous musician or something, right?
Yeah.
This is not for you.
Yeah.
She never forced me to do anything.
That's
and then, you know, I got robbed in Brazil twice with a gun in my head.
No.
And then I was, you know, kind of like afraid to be there, didn't want to be there anymore. And she's like, you know what, you want to go to Canada? Go with your brother and try it. You know, if if you don't like it, if it's not, just come back.
Yeah.
So that I always had the support, right?
But you're following your gut the whole time.
Yes,
Well,
and I think, you know, that's the right way, right?
Yeah.
Because listen, like some of my good friends that we grow up together in Brazil, their parents, they had that mentality, right? Oh, they're big lawyers, making big money, millionaires.
Yeah.
And so, no, you have to be a lawyer. You have to go to university and you have to be like me.
Yeah.
Bro, now they're making a lot of freaking money, but they're sad.
Yeah.
They're miserable.
Because they're not doing something they love.
They're not doing something
They're doing
they
something
love.
someone else told them that they would love.
For sure, right? But I just, you know, that's the way I see the world right now.
Yeah.
You have to follow your passion, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. The kids, what's the, you know, the advice you give to the kid? It's like, it's that. Just follow your passion, your love. Don't look what people do. Oh, this guy's doing this because of money. I want to do this. Oh, you know, this is easy. I'll do it. Oh, rap, it's easy. I can rap too.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah, it's not like
you
that.
have to follow your dreams, your passion.
Well,
And only you know that, really. Only you have that
it's
inside.
only you.
No
man.
one-
You're
no one-
gonna know what makes you happy, right?
No one sees the vision until you've built it, right?
Exactly.
That's-
Exactly.
It's
Is there
crazy.
anyone that you've proved wrong? Anyone that was trying to bring you down and now it's just like, it's like, look at me now, bud. Did that stuff ever like push you? Did it like, you know, like how people said, oh, you're a music artist? Like, you can't do that. Like,
Yes.
did that ever push you to do better?
You know what's funny? Like when I was a musician, not a drummer, but when I was a singer, I had a lot of people saying that to me. Because I was singing English.
Yeah.
Oh, his accent. He's never gonna wear his accent anywhere. I'm like, what are you talking about? Sean Kingston, he made it. Has the Jamaican accent.
of
What is
course.
so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
And but people were saying that. So, you're not gonna make it, man. With your Brazilian accent, you're not gonna go anywhere. I'm like, what are you talking about? And people are saying, oh, it's hot, it's cute. I'm like, whatever, man.
Do you think
whatever you say, I'm going.
Do you think when people do that, they're trying to bring you down because maybe they haven't made the
1000%.
choices they wanted in life?
1000%.
Yeah.
1000%. Sometimes, they have fear to do something, or they're not comfortable with their lives or whatever. There's always people to bring you down, right?
Yeah.
But I just, that was me. I was like, yeah, you're talking shit about me. Okay, no problem,
Yeah.
But, thank God, I never been through like some hard thing like this. I always have I think, the energy that I give to people too.
I was gonna say,
I'm like, I'm cool with everybody, right? The people, that's what my mom would say. The people that hate you is because they want to be you.
There you go.
Because, bro, I treat everybody. I don't freaking care if you're the president or if you're homeless.
Yeah.
I treat everybody the same, bro.
Yeah.
I'll sit down with the homeless on the street and, chill with him, talk to him.
Yeah.
Like as I did, One time I remember when I first moved to Canada, I had this guy playing buckets on the street. I'm like, bro, this thing is cool. Me as a drummer, I'm like, I didn't know how to, speak English at the time. And my brother was like, you want me to ask? I can ask for you. I'm like, yeah, I want to play bucket with this guy. So, my brother was like, oh, do you mind? My brother goes there, sit down with you, play a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally sat down with this guy, started playing bucket. Everybody was like, wow. And I started playing samba music, right?
That's
The Brazilian
amazing.
samba music.
Yeah.
And everybody was, wow. And he couldn't follow me because he didn't know. But, bro,
Those are like, that keeps you humble, like all those experiences.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I like to, to be nice to everybody. I like to be good with I can, bro, be like the biggest artist tomorrow in the world, man. I'm still the same. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I think there's
Right?
there's something about, like, I always see it, like, you're rolling with like a really tight crew, it looks like. All guys who are supporting you, right? All guys who think the same way, right? So it's like you're moving with that energy, you're moving with people who are moving with that same energy, who want to see you win. At that point, it's like, how can you not?
You're
right?
surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yes.
I think that's key too, right?
Yes.
But when you first started as an artist, you were just by yourself, right?
Yes.
And then you just started kind of building the people.
It's funny, man, that, that your guys saying this because, let's say in the Brazilian community right now in Canada, of course, I'm the one that is actually making, so they always look it up to me. But I had some like, actually, my friends that, it was with me, good friends, we're hanging out, they couldn't take it. They couldn't take kind of like, not my shine because I didn't make it yet. I'm still working. I'm still doing a lot of stuff, right? But sometimes they would look it up to me like, oh, fuck, if we push him, if we support him, he's going to be the biggest one. And we're just going to be...
And we're still on the same level,
Yeah, so they didn't understand, and it's sad because sometimes there is some of my old friends that I kind of ended up not talking because they couldn't take it. My shine, they couldn't take it. Like, my thing. And that's I was talking to my friend the other day, and I'm like, man, because I did that piece for Neymar, and I'm like, look at Neymar right now.
Yeah.
He's the biggest, one of the biggest soccer players in the world.
Yeah.
And look at his friends, his day ones, the guys that supported him.
Yeah.
Bro, they're all making right now.
Yeah.
He's Neymar. Now everybody wants to be with him,
course,
right?
of
Why?
course.
Imagine in the beginning, his real friends were like, oh, you know what? If we push Neymar, if we have, he's going to be the biggest soccer player in the world, and we're just going to be a side, friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not support. No.
Yeah.
Now they're all working with him.
Yes.
Now they're all making the money. Now they're all happy, supporting their families, helping people all over the world.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we talk about it a
I
lot.
had
It's
that,
hard
man.
with like the hometown friends or longtime friends. I think it's
Yes.
because when they see you go a certain direction or they see you growing faster than them, let's say,
Yes.
it's a thing because they've known you from the start, right? So they see you and they're
sure.
like, oh well, he's
Yeah.
going way too ahead of us right now.
But listen, man, but the ones that actually supported me, I'm bringing with me right
100%.
now. I do still have some good friends, that I'll consider my best friends now. That I met them the first day I moved to Canada, working construction, and they still work in construction.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I want you guys to come and work with me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't want you guys to do construction anymore.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to get on a point that they're going to be winning. And they're, you know, because, you know, some people, they can take construction. Nothing wrong with that.
Of
I
course.
did construction at the time. I loved it.
Yeah.
I did it. You know, I was making my money. I was living my life. But, you know, because me as an artist, I'm like, no, I can't do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Right? So now I want to do this to my friends too, because I see sometimes they complain, say, oh man, you know, it's been hard, you know, doing construction, this and that. And I'm like, I want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you, you know, to come in and work with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other ones that didn't support, now they're gonna be fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Man, if I supported him,
Yeah.
Do they,
before, if I
did
didn't
you
have
ever
the
get?
stupid mentality,
Yeah.
I couldn't be working with him right now and making, traveling the world and doing all this.
Did you
They
ever
always
get?
say, like,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, they always say, just to back on that point one more time, like, it's hard for people who saw you at the beginning because they're seeing who they could have been. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when you were with those guys, you know, working construction, whatever, on that same level, and, you know, let's say it's now 5-10 years later and you're all the way up here, it's hard for people to look and say, fuck, if I just worked as hard, if I was as persistent and as
Yes.
consistent,
Or followed my dreams.
or followed
yeah.
my dreams, that could have been me, right? That's hard for people
For
to. That's a
sure.
hard pill to swallow. You know what I
For
mean?
sure,
Right? Because you're
100%.
proving to a lot of people where they could have been,
Yeah.
right? And that's a hard
Yeah.
pill to swallow
Yeah.
for a lot of people, right?
You know, but the good thing too is now that I'm being like a motivation for a lot of
Yeah.
people.
That's
right?
the other
I do
side,
have all
yes.
these guys that, you know, they do over construction or whatever they're doing that, you know, they don't like it, they're hating, and they're like, yo, D, like, you're my motivation.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
love what you're doing. I know where you came from, and man, now I'm following my dreams because of you.
They
know?
might take
They're
risks now or something. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, that's what I love about it, right? Now they're like, yo, how did you do this? How do you, they're asking, you know, all my moves and stuff.
Yeah.
And I love to talk to them, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
talk to everybody in my IG, you know. Of course, sometimes it's hard to keep
Of
up.
course.
But man, whatever I can do now to kind of like give more motivation to people to actually follow your dreams, because everybody says, yes, follow your dream.
Yeah.
But sometimes people say that just because it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh
Say
yeah,
it,
follow
yeah.
your dreams. But
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't.
Yeah.
So if you actually, you look at it and you follow your dreams, bro, you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes time. You got to try different things, right? You got
Yes, of
to understand, because some
of
people don't know.
course.
They're like,
No,
oh, well, what the
no.
fuck is my dream? I don't know.
Yes.
You got to try different things, take risks.
100%
Going
take
back to it,
risks.
even your brother now more open-minded after seeing
Yes.
your success too, which is
For
crazy.
sure, for sure.
I wanna go back to more of a business question now, for any young artists out there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you currently value your art? Like, how do you decide how much this is worth? And how did you do it at the beginning? And maybe how's that transformed into today? Because I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there, and I've spoken to some of them too. And they're like, yeah, I don't know how much I should make this, or I don't know what I should charge, or like,
Yes.
I think it's a problem a lot of young artists have.
Yeah. Listen, the art, like it's like this. You have to understand too, right? It's the same thing, you know, when you got signed by a gallery, when you start getting recognized by, you know, different galleries, and, you know, start creating your collectors,
Yeah.
you know, like building that relationship with the collector, see who's buying your art. Of course, you know, that's what they say. Art, listen, if you're smart enough, you can create something here and you're like, listen, there's no price for art.
Yeah.
You decide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know if you're gonna sell it. You can sell it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe you're not. You
Yeah.
don't know, right? The same thing. You know, we can have two stores. We can have a ice cream store in this corner, and you can have another ice cream in this store. You sell your ice cream for $5. I can sell the same ice cream for $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the thing, you know, of course, the marketing, you know,
Yes.
social media today, as we were talking about, you know, it's been helping a lot of people. But again, man, it's all like your passion. If you're following, if you're doing the right way, you know,
Yeah.
but you have to understand, you know, and see who's going to buy your art. You cannot just, oh, yeah, that's my price and everything. Even
Yeah.
now, I'm still growing. I'm still learning a lot, even with Peter Triantos,
Yeah.
right? I talk a lot to Peter Triantos, right? And he always giving me advice and stuff, because for me it's new, right?
Yeah.
The art scene too, right? It's only 5 years
Yeah.
That's
that I
crazy.
got back. You
Yeah.
know, I'm an artist, but I came the graffiti, just doing art.
Yeah.
You know,
You're saying
for
business-wise,
my
it's been fun.
passion right
Yeah,
now as a business ain't my passion, right?
course.
It's a different thing for me. So yes, man, you always have to learn, talk to people. people, be humble and understand, oh yeah, the same thing. Yeah, because I did a piece for Neymar, a piece for Drake, now I can sell my art for, no, man, it's not like this. If it was like this, my art piece are gonna be like skyrocket right now. But no, I'm understanding the market, talking to a lot of curators, from galleries. I got signed by a big gallery in Toronto. It's been like 2-3 years now, so I talk a lot to them too. They gave me a lot of advice, when I remember, because I had a little bit of this mentality because, the same thing, give arts to some celebrities and then it's not even, they're buying from you. It's like I went to the gallery, I'm like, I want to increase the price of my art.
Yeah.
And the curator was like, D, just
chill.
relax
Take it
now,
down,
chill, take your time. Because what happens to a lot of artists, like when you want to increase your price so fast, you're going to get on a point that maybe yes or maybe not, but you might gonna stop selling your art. And then it's bad when you go back. You're like, okay, my art now it's it's 5,000. Exactly.
Can't discount it.
You imagine you put 5,000 and then tomorrow you come back to the gallery and say, oh, my art's 2,000 and back to 2,000. Bro, that's bad.
No,
right?
that is bad. You're
so
right.
It's all understandable about the market, right? The
100%.
same as a musician, right? When you're a singer, whatever whatever you're doing, right? Not whatever, but more into like the art, music that you're a singer. I was a drummer. My band was playing in a bar. We were making fucking like $500 a night. And then we kind of like we learn, we experience the whole night life, and then we're like, okay, now we have the experience, so now let's record a CD. So we did a CD, and then we started doing our own music, and then you start growing that and playing for free in a lot of places, giving your CD to people. Say, okay, now we have our own music, original songs. Let's charge a little bit more and try to make on this side, and then you make it, and then you start making here, making there, and then increase your price, boom, 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 till you become a big superstar, and then you got a manager, you have a team, you have all that. So with the artist, the same thing. You build it. You have to build it.
Do you think as a new artist, let's say an artist that's super passionate, do you think giving away their art to key people is the right way to go at the beginning?
I wouldn't say it's the right way to go, but it is a good way for you to get recognized for other people too, right? Because of course they have a big following, they have a big social media, right?
Sure.
So of course it depends of if they're gonna post or not, or who's gonna go to his house and look to that and say, wow, so it's opportunity.
Of course,
right? I don't put opportunities on the side. All the time that I see opportunity, even now, we're still doing, we better, we're doing like things on a different level, but I'm still taking opportunities, right? When I see this opportunity, I'll take it. Again, if I feel the energy, if I feel that it's gonna be good for me,
of course,
right? And then of course, and then from my feeling, I put to my team and like, what do you guys think? And it's funny because they always like kind of like they always sign it.
Good idea.
If you're feeling,
if you're feeling it, it's good.
Let's go for it.
That's just people trusting you at this point, right?
Man.
I have a question. This is a little bit more. We're actually talking a little bit about it off mic, but you're a family man, right?
Yeah.
You got a family at home, so I want to know your thoughts. I want to understand how you try to maneuver with everything you're doing, right? Because you're always on the road, right? So I'm curious, how is that for you having a family, and still being like going fucking hard,
taking all opportunities,
day, like.
Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, right? Everything we do, it's for our family, right? I got on a point now that, of course, it's my art, it's my hustle, it's my work. But, man, at the end of the day, we do for the family. We do for them, right? So at the beginning, I remember, I was just an artist, right? Traveling here and again, putting my money to travel here, putting my money to record it with somebody and paying for a music video and this and that. And then I didn't have the right money to bring the family or to do something. I'm like, listen, if I bring the family, I'll make zero plus. To put some more money, So we can't. So, and I was telling my family, I'm like, listen, when I start making it, you guys gonna come with me too, and you guys are gonna, not all the time, but you guys are gonna be able to enjoy too. So now, you know that I'm doing better. I'm doing that all the time when I have a chance. Bring my family with me, and then we go, we have fun, we do some work, and then I take some 2-3 days off, and then we do whatever, right? We it depends off the country that I am or the city, whatever. We're just trying to see what's in there. We go enjoy and take the family time, right? Which I think it's important, man. You have to have that. Or, you know, at least it's not gonna work.
No, I love it. It's very respectable, man. It's very respectable what you're doing. The fact that you're like, you know, you're still incorporating the family into it, right? Even when you're moving them around and stuff like that, and still keeping it running, bro.
It's the right time, right? Because sometimes, man, we just think about us, of course, growing business. Oh, yeah, you know, here the credit card. Oh, yeah, go buy this, buy. Bro, it's not everything. They don't want this. You know, they want, you know, and if they love you, they want your attention. They want to be with you, you know. At least they're just gonna be like, I know, go do your thing, whatever. You know, one day it's not gonna happen. So,
Diogo, what's the big goal? Like, what do you have an end goal? Is there something that you look at and you're like 20 years down the line, 10 years down the line, this is the person I want to be, this is the entrepreneur I want to be, this is the artist I want to be? Is there anything that you see down the line that, like, if I do this, I'm good? Or do you think you'll be doing art forever? You think you'll be in it forever?
No, I wouldn't say. Well, of course, I want to be doing art forever, man, because you know, thank God I'm doing good things, you know, of course, and it's my passion.
Of course,
I do, but now I'm just trying to enjoy the moment and enjoy my journey, right? But of course, I do want to be, you know, recognized worldwide, right? Everywhere, you know, as I said, you know, I want to go to Brazil now, and you know, which a lot of people know me as, you know, my music scene, but now I want them to know my art, to see my art. I want to be able to, you know, do an art show in Brazil, and I want to take that, you know. I did an art show in Toronto when it was 2 weeks ago. That it was crazy. I literally brought like,
I'm cheesing. I know, man. You saw all over Insta, bro.
Everybody was talking about it. And they're like, man, you should do this every week. We should not have like more clubs. Just do this.
100%.
It was a vibe, bro. I don't know, the energy level. It was amazing.
Bro, everybody on my Insta was there. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Bro, it was amazing.
So is that something you enjoy too? Like bringing people together, like events and stuff?
I love it. I was in entertainment business for a long time. I was bringing, you know, a famous singer from Brazil to perform in Canada for the Brazilian community. So I did this for 3 years. So I always, you know, I like that, you know, that set up, make everything on my way, you know, do something nice and bring a good energy to people, right? So, and this is one thing that I want to do too. I want to bring, you know, this art show that I put in Toronto. I want to bring, you know, to Miami this year. I want to bring here. You know, at Art Basel, I want to get a place, and
we gotta be there for that, bro.
For sure. You guys have to, man.
Listen, Diogo, we are the MBH Podcast, bro. Money buys happiness. So this is the famous question, okay?
Yes.
Money buys happiness. What do you think of the term? Is it true? Is it not true? What are your thoughts on it?
You know, as I said, money buys happiness, yes, but if you're doing what you love, I think that's my point of view, right? If you're doing what you love, of course it buys happiness, for sure, man, for sure. You know, you're able to do things doing what you love. Right?
And you need money to do that sometimes.
You need money to do that, of course, you know? I believe in that.
We always say there's so many aspects. It's a very, very layered question, right? But we always say, a big thing is doing what you love, how you make the money, but then also what you do with it. Right, that's the second thing, right? Because we always say, listen, you can have millions of dollars, billions of dollars, whatever the case is, but bro, if you're spending it like an idiot, you're doing things that are hurting your body, hurting your family, hurting relationships.
No,
it's not going to make you happy, right? It's not healthy.
No.
It's kind of, we always say it's those two things, right? It's those two layers.
Totally agree, man.
Is there this is something we've been asking people more recently. Is there like a number for you? Is there like a number that you're like, okay, when I get to this number, maybe I can relax a little bit?
No, bro. No. I'm always relaxed.
Said it with a smile on his face. He's like, hell no.
Man. I love that, bro.
Bro, you know what? Again, you know, me and Stas, we're here, drive whatever, you know, we're going through these big, massive mansions and this and that. I'm like, you know, it's cool, but it's not that, you know, I want to get there. I want to get at this number and be able to have this mansion. No, bro. I just want to live comfortable. With no stress, making my money, you know, keeping the family comfortable, you know, having my cars that I'm a car lover. I love cars. I don't know, not the type of way we buy car to show off. No, because I'm a car lover. I love cars. I love bikes, you know. But yeah, man, have a nice house and just, keep grinding, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing. Even if tomorrow I have billions, I'll still live in a nice house, but nothing,
Really,
Then
eh?
you go like, yes, man, no.
It's humble. You're
No.
humble. That's why.
Yeah.
You come from humble
I don't need
beginnings
all this.
too.
Yes, for
That's
sure,
amazing,
for sure.
man.
Of course, a nice house, comfortable house, we're good.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
We're good, really.
A couple maids, some butlers. Eh?
Yes, of course, Yeah.
No, man.
Some
listen.
massage, a little bit. That's what I enjoy a lot, man.
How long you in Miami for?
I'm actually here till tomorrow morning.
Oh,
see,
shit.
we got you. We got you
I'm going
good.
back for Justin's concert, man. Justin's gonna be
Yes.
performing Toronto after this whole
A long
pandemic.
time, yeah,
His
yeah.
tour got canceled, so now I'll be there.
That's
we
crazy,
appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
bro.
bro, for
Seriously,
real.
man. We know you're a busy guy. So to get you here to talk was amazing for us. I think our audience is gonna love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were sending us a bunch of questions to ask you too, and I think we asked them all.
I'm so thankful for you guys to invite me.
No,
and
of
I'm like, I want to be there. I want to be there.
We're gonna
I'm
get you on
watching
again. We're
all
gonna
the
bring you
time.
back
I'm like,
too.
I want to be with you
Bro,
guys.
we're gonna bring you on again as well.
sure.
We're probably gonna be doing season 7 in Toronto.
Yeah, we're gonna head back for the summer and do another season there. So if you're gonna be in the town in the city, we'll.
We gotta make it to your next event, bro. I'm so
yeah.
pissed we missed the
Yeah.
last
You
one,
guys
bro.
have to, man.
I was watching it just on my Instagram, like, fuck.
If you
I
guys
know
don't
it's
go
all
to my
over.
next event.
No,
I
no,
will
you-
come back.
That's a deal, bro.
No, man, it's been a pleasure, bro. Seriously, we appreciate you coming out and doing
No,
this. Like I
appreciate
said,
you
it's
guys,
bro,
man.
and we wish you all the future success, bro.
Thank you very
Go
much.
follow the man, Diogo
Yes,
Snow.
yeah, we'll pop
You
all the
already
links
know.
in. We'll pop all the links in.
Don't copy his art.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't even if you try.
Yeah,
anyways.
no,
man,
you know,
keep doing your thing.
it's all
Keep-
about inspiration, man.
Bro, I was gonna say, keep inspiring, bro. You're
Yeah.
doing amazing things, man. We're excited to see where you go in the
Thank
near
you.
future. So, with that being said,
Likewise.
we'll get you back. And
For
if you
sure,
if you
man.
made it this far, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. The community, you guys are fucking amazing. Run it up, like, subscribe, do the fucking duties. And on that note, Ernesto.
We out.